Today we're going to make some gourmet chicken salad, and I like to use these boneless, skinless chicken breasts from Trader Joe's. They're organic and free range, so they don't have the pesticides and the toxins and the arsenics and the hormones. They also have some good omega-3 fats in them. They're always moist, and they're a perfect choice for this. So we're going to put these in a pot, and then I'm going to roast them at 350. I already have my oven preheated for an hour and a half. Our chicken roasted for an hour and a half, and it is ready. I'm going to transfer it to this bowl. And then I'm going to chop it. Alright, now the fun part. So I've got my Pampered Chef meat choppers here. And I like to leave mine a little on the coarse side just so it's some good chunks. Make sure all the big pieces are chopped. That looks good. Now, I have cooked this in a crock pot before over the day while I was at work, and it overcooked and it didn't dry out, but when I mixed it all together, it was on the pasty side, so you want to make sure that you do not overcook your chicken. The next couple ingredients in our gourmet chicken salad will be apples and grapes, so I'm going to slice these finely. And how I like to do my apple is to actually cut it off of the board. Then I will turn it this way and cut it. I have to get another knife. This one is not working that great. But then I have little pieces of apple. All right, I have my 2 Granny Smith apples cut up, and now I am going to move on to the Gala. I like a little variety. So I like the tartness of the Granny Smith, but then I like the sweetness of the Gala. Now I'm just going to turn my board instead of trying to turn all my apples. That way I can get a good fine dice. So that's the easiest way I've found to do that. Just cut it one way, stack it back together, cut it the other way. Then kind of get it back together to where it's all going the same way. Then you can cut it this way. You know, you don't want big old chunks of apple. You just want some tiny pieces of apple flavor in each bite. up and then onto the grapes. All right, now the grapes. These are called Moondrop grapes, and I got them from Sam's Club the other day. I do usually get a purple grape to put in to the chicken salad just because I like them, but you can definitely do green grapes. And the grapes actually take the place in the chicken salad of the sweet pickles that people normally put in. And the apples take the place of the celery with the crunch and the texture. Now you can put celery in this also. I'm not going to put celery in it tonight, but I am going to put some sliced almonds in it. Give it a nice crunch. Alright, we are finishing up these grapes. So I used 2 Granny Smith and 2 Gala apples. I would normally only use 1 each, but these were little apples, so I decided to go ahead and use 2. And let's see, this should be about a cup of grapes. You would think with putting these fruits in the chicken salad that it's going to be really sweet, but it really is not that sweet. It just gives it some good flavor. So, yep, we've got a cup of grapes, and then we have our 4 apples here. All right, back to our chicken. I'm going to add our apples. Our grapes. Now, usually, as I'm chopping, I'll go ahead and mix my grapes and my apples because the juice from the grapes will keep the apples from turning brown while you're chopping other things. Got a 1/4 cup of raw sliced almonds I'm going to add in. Then I've got my homemade healthy mayonnaise. And I was going to only do a 1/2 cup, but looking at my mixture, I think I had better do a whole cup. I'm probably going to wish I had poured this in a bigger bowl. But let's see. Before I start mixing too well, I'm going to go ahead and add my cracked black pepper. And a little Himalayan sea salt. Now I'm going to get out my big mixer. You probably can't tell I love Pampered Chef. Yes, that is perfect. Perfect amount of mayonnaise. So this was actually about 1.5 pounds of chicken. And then the 4 apples, the cup of grapes, the 1/4 cup of sliced almonds, and you can add walnuts, you can add pecans, you can add your celery, you can add whatever you want. So this is an omega-3 rich chicken salad. It has the organic thighs, which are rich in omega-3s. It has a healthy mayonnaise that's rich in omega-3s. So this is an anti-inflammatory food.